Hey guys, welcome back to Books to Movies. I'm back after a long 2 weeks of overtime to bring you a overview of A Child Called It. I had heard about this book for the first time probably 30 years ago on a talk show back when talk shows were a thing. And some of what the author Dave Pelzer detailed as part of his book and part of his experience were sounded very, very extreme to me back as a, you know, 14, 15-year-old back in the 90s. And so the idea of this book never left my mind. I knew I had to read it sometimes, and within the past couple of weeks, I did. And also, there is some controversy over the veracity of this book. There are people who are calling Dave a liar. At the same time, a lot of people guilty of abuse do have colluders who will proclaim their innocence and call the abuser a liar. That is a big cliche. So, without any more arguing on that, I'm going to get right to the book. It starts with Dave, right around the age of 12, covered in bruises, wearing tattered, smelly clothing, and several pounds underweight, being summoned to the school nurse's office to answer some questions about his condition. The interview ends with him leaving with a social worker. And then it kind of backpedals to the humble beginning of the Pelzer family as a regular, commonplace nuclear family like the Leave It to Beaver tribe, where daddy was the breadwinner and the wearer of the pants and the protector of the family, and mom loved to, cook and nurture and have fun with the children until something snapped, and she singled out Dave for her tirades of abuse, usually when she was drunk, and there was also some kind of unspecified or undiagnosed mental illness kicking around in there. And it started with the plain old physical abuse coupled with food deprivation. Food deprivation was a big thing. So, when he started to get desperate for food, he would raid the bagged lunches of his classmates, which would get him into trouble, it would lose him a lot of friends among his classmates, and get him in trouble with his mother, who would just make things worse. She would continue to deny him food and use that as like a game to, make him do like some of the worst housework in an unreasonable amount of time and be given like a scrap as a reward. And if he didn't complete some drudgerous chore within the unreasonable amount of time, it would be so much worse. So, other means of abuse included making him go to school wearing just increasingly deteriorating clothing, no hygiene, sleeping in the basement on an old army cot. He basically lived a life kind of like Sylvia Likens during her final days. For more reference on Sylvia Likens, see my A Girl Next The Girl Next Door and An American Crime video. So anyway, starvation, tattered clothes, no hygiene, army caught in the basement, and it all goes down from there. When he was caught stealing food, she would make him vomit and make him eat the vomit. Sometimes, when making him eat the vomit didn't work, she would try to use like a spoonful of ammonia as like a hunger deterrent. There was even one instance where, after managing to supposedly successfully steal a pack of frozen hot dogs off of a food truck, she made him throw them up, still somewhat frozen and undigested in the toilet, and his father was present, and he colluded with her that he had to eat the vomit. Guys, what kind of spineless, no account, bruised turd makes the kid eat the vomit? I cannot wrap my stupid little lizard brain around this one. The only possible, excuse that might make sense to me, might make sense, is that this was blackmail. She must have had something really good on him that could put him in the gas chamber for what he was colluding with her on, making him eat the vomit. Her insane campaigns to make him wash dishes within 5 minutes for a scrap that not even the dogs would want. This guy is a sniveling worm, a bruised turd, a nothing to not just allow this and turn a blind eye, but be in collusion with it. It makes no sense. It disgusts me. Was it really just so much easier to make the kid eat the vomit than argue with if was it really that much easier than maybe, I don't know, calling the police and, having her put in a freaking padded cell? Come on. And it all seems to get worse from there. The spoonfuls of ammonia used as a hunger deterrent were soon mixed with Clorox bleach and put in a bucket in the bathroom where he would spend some time if he didn't do these disgusting dishes within an unreasonable amount of time. He called this the gas chamber game, and I don't know how he survived it, since I know that bleach and ammonia make mustard gas, which was used in Vietnam. Is it also what they used back when the gas chamber was a thing in those capital punishment states? That's the one question I have about the veracity of this claim. And also, within the context of Dave's narration, he doesn't sugarcoat. He doesn't play the poor me, I was just trying to be a good boy card. He did not sugarcoat. In his internal monologue, he admitted he found his dad a disappointing wuss. And his, internal nickname for his mother was the bitch. He did not sugarcoat or, tidy up his choice of words. He did think those angry thoughts. He thought, you know, it, he thought F you to that evil woman. And then after, when everything started coming to a head and uh, the marriage between the parents was about to split up because shortly afterward, Dave's father did nope out of the family. And not only was he just a spineless nothing, Dave's brothers were also kind of henchmen to this woman's madness. The youngest one was a snitch. And it was just so insane how she made her other sons like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of, not colluders, that's the wimpy father. Kind of henchmen, Nazis, his SS, well, her SS. So yeah, he had no friends, no real family to turn to, nothing. And one night when things come to a head, the parents put him out of the house. And rather than just kind of wait to be brought back in just to sleep in the basement or be put in the gas chamber bathroom, he just leaves. He runs away and is found by police. And that's when the book ends and the healing process begins. It kind of cuts to an epilogue where he has, joined the Air Force when he turned 18, after about 6 or so years in foster care to start working on healing. And a moment where he's taken his own son to the same little landmarks around his hometown back where he did once have happy memories. So that covers A Boy Called It. And it is very, I am crap with words. When I don't have a script in front of me, just bear with me. That is A Child Called It. I have it on my Kindle. Check it out sometime and, come up with your own thoughts about it. What a stupid thing to say. All right. Thank you for watching. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're feeling generous, check out my sponsor in the description. And I will see you next book to movie.